Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Mama June. Pumpkin is turning her yard into an animal farm with new boyfriend. Mama June star Pumpkin is currently busy reshaping her life. She has already left her full-fledged marriage with Josh Efard and has started a new life. The celeb has not only moved on from her failed relationship, but she has finally found someone new as well. But that's not all. Lauren now appears to be remodeling her house. She recently hinted at her plans to turn her yard into an animal farm. The celeb further made some shocking revelations and left her audience in disbelief. Is Pumpkin starting an animal farm after parting ways with Josh? What is she up to? Mama June star Pumpkin decided to continue living in her house after she filed for divorce from Josh Efard. Apparently, the latter had to move out, and he only had a few weeks to do so. The former couple made this arrangement to make sure that their kids were comfortable and their lives weren't greatly affected. Several sources further confirmed that Lauren's new boyfriend, Darren Kitchens, has moved in with her. Amid all this, she recently took a video to TikTok, where she made a fence with the latter. The celeb revealed that her new beau was teaching her how to fence her yard, while several people were stopping by when they were filming the procedure. Fans were quick to note that Justin Stroud was also helping Pumpkin. The latter revealed that she wanted a good fence because she planned to keep some animals in her yard. Viewers were in disbelief and slammed Lauren on Reddit. The OP stated, "I see that situation going horribly wrong." Several users agreed that Lauren's yard was way more congested and wasn't fit for a farm. Moreover, she already has 4 kids to look after, and fans aren't convinced she could do so. Mama June star Pumpkin recently caught attention by changing her relationship status on Facebook. She initially had in a relationship, and she soon changed it to single. This came after the celeb recently hard-launched her boyfriend on social media. Lauren shared pictures with Darren, and even went out for a concert. Hence, she made it clear that she was Josh's cousin after parting ways with him. Soon after this, Darren and Pumpkin both changed their status to single and stirred the pot. But now it seems that all of this was perhaps just to turn the heads of their audience. Lauren's recent TikTok cleared all the speculations about their split, as these two were evidently still together. In the quiet corners of rural Georgia, life was taking an unexpected turn for Lauren Pumpkin Efard. While her split from Josh was still making headlines, the resilient mother of 4 had found solace in something, or rather someone, new. Pumpkin had always been the feisty one, known for standing up to her mother, Mama June, and taking charge of her siblings when her family crumbled under the weight of June's chaotic life choices. But this new chapter in Pumpkin's life wasn't just about new love. It was about rediscovery, transformation, and animals. That's right, Pumpkin was turning her sprawling yard into an animal farm. And her new boyfriend, a down-to-earth guy with a penchant for the countryside, was fully on board. The rumors started trickling in after a few Instagram posts, a picture of Pumpkin with a baby goat, a video of her kids feeding chickens, and a cryptic caption about building something new. Her fans were quick to pick up on the hints, but nothing could have prepared them for the full-blown spectacle Pumpkin was planning. Gone were the days of messy TV drama and crumbling relationships. Pumpkin was determined to carve out a life for herself that was rooted in love, stability, and a connection to nature. And what better way to do that than by surrounding herself and her kids with animals? It all started with a conversation over dinner one evening. Her new beau, Colton, had grown up in the country, spending most of his childhood on his family's farm. When Pumpkin shared her love for animals and her dream of giving her children a space where they could experience something beyond the glare of cameras, Colton's eyes lit up. "You know, we could make that happen," he said, with a grin that hinted at more than just idle talk. Pumpkin, intrigued but cautious, laughed it off at first. But Colton wasn't kidding. Within weeks, he had started sketching out ideas for their mini farm. It would start small, he promised, just a few chickens, a couple of goats. But Pumpkin, with her typical go babe or go home attitude, was already dreaming of ponies and maybe even a cow. As the idea began to take root, so did Pumpkin's excitement. Her yard was vast, plenty of room for the kids to run around, but it had always felt like something was missing. With Colton's help, she envisioned transforming the space into a sanctuary for her family, a place where they could escape from the chaos of reality TV and the lingering drama of Mama June's turbulent presence. The first arrivals to the farm were the chickens. Pumpkin had never realized just how much fun they would be, especially for the kids. Ella and Bentley spent hours chasing after the clucking birds, giggling as they tried, and failed, to catch them. Watching them, Pumpkin felt a peace she hadn't known in years. This was what she wanted for her family, a life grounded in simplicity, love, and the joy of watching her children grow up in an environment far removed from the pressures they'd known. But it wasn't all idyllic. Starting a farm from scratch came with its challenges. Pumpkin had to learn how to care for the animals, balancing their needs with her busy life as a mother. And there were moments when she wondered if she was biting off more than she could chew. One particularly chaotic afternoon saw her trying to wrangle a rogue goat that had escaped its pen, all while Ella clung to her leg, crying because the chickens had pecked at her snack. Colton, ever the supportive partner, swooped in to save the day. He had a natural way with the animals, calming them with a few well-placed clicks of his tongue and a steady hand. Watching him work, Pumpkin couldn't help but feel grateful. After all she had been through, her tumultuous relationship with Josh, the constant media attention, and her role as a second mother to her younger siblings, she finally felt like she was building something that was hers, something real and lasting. As the farm grew, so did the attention from her followers. Fans were obsessed with the transformation, eagerly awaiting each new update. They dubbed it Pumpkin's Farm and flooded her social media with questions. What animals would she add next? How were the kids adjusting? And of course, the big question, what did Mama June think of all this? In true Pumpkin fashion, she remained tight-lipped about her mother's opinions. While she and June were in a better place than they had been in years, Pumpkin was determined to carve out a life separate from her mother's drama. This farm was her fresh start, a chance to prove to herself, and the world, that she could build something beautiful, no matter the challenges life threw her way. Soon, word spread around town about Pumpkin's growing farm. Neighbors started dropping by, offering advice on animal care and bringing over bales of hay and supplies. Pumpkin, never one to shy away from community, welcomed the help. It felt good to be surrounded by people who weren't looking for a TV headline, but who genuinely wanted to see her succeed. One afternoon, as she stood by the newly built goat pen, Colton by her side and her kids laughing in the distance, Pumpkin allowed herself a rare moment of reflection. She had come so far from the chaotic days of her youth, from the shadow of her mother's larger-than-life personality. Now, with her kids running free and the farm taking shape, she felt something she hadn't in a long time: hope. "This is just the beginning," Colton said, reading her thoughts as he slipped an arm around her waist. Pumpkin smiled, watching Ella chase after a chicken, her laughter echoing through the yard. Yes, this was just the beginning. And for the first time in years, the future looked bright. The farm was growing, her heart was healing, and with Colton by her side, anything felt possible. With a renewed sense of purpose, Pumpkin knew that this farm wasn't just about animals. It was about reclaiming her life, rebuilding her family, and creating a new kind of happiness, one that wasn't defined by the past but by the promise of the future.